Hello student, in previous video we see about the reactivity series of metals and chemical properties of metals. Chemical properties of metal. Today we discuss one more point of this, that is the chemical properties of non-metals. Before starting our lecture, if you like my video then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. My channel name is Sharda Survase. So in chemical properties of non-metals, basically we know that the p block elements all show the properties of non-metals. S block element shows the properties of metals. So non-metals basically they are electronegative elements. Why they are electronegative elements? Non-metals, they are electronegative elements. Why they are electronegative elements? Because they accept electron from the metals. Accept electron from metal. Okay. So we learn the chemical properties of non-metals one by one. The first chemical property of non-metal, that is the reaction of non-metal with oxygen. Okay. That is the reaction of non-metals. Reaction of non-metals with oxygen. Okay, means when the non-metals react with oxygen, that time which type of reaction is formed? Basically, when the generally non-metals combine with oxygen, that time they form the acidic oxides. Okay, means there is a formation of oxides, and these oxides is the acidic. Okay, means acidic oxides. When the non-metals reacts with oxygen, there is a formation of oxides and they are acidic in nature. Their oxides are acidic in nature. Give one example. This is the carbon. Carbon is present in the p block element, so it is the non-metal. Carbon reacts with oxygen. That time basically when any element in the periodic table reacts with oxygen, that time one type of reaction is happening, and the name of this reaction, it is the combustion reaction. Okay, combustion reaction. Okay, when the carbon reacts with oxygen, there is a formation of very simple product, that is the carbon dioxide. And what is the nature of carbon dioxide? It is the acidic in nature. So carbon dioxide, it is the oxide and it is the acidic in nature. When the non-metals react with oxygen, there is a formation of oxides, that is the acidic in nature. This is the combustion, and this is the complete combustion. Okay, complete combustion. If the incomplete combustion, okay, when the incomplete combustion of carbon is happening, this is the incomplete, or we can call the partial combustion. Okay, when the partial combustion of carbon is happening, that time one product is formed, and this product is nothing but the 4,2 carbon. This product is nothing but the carbon monoxide, not carbon dioxide. Okay, not, this is wrong product. This is, there is a formation of 2CO. Don't write here 2. Okay, there is a formation when the incomplete or partial combustion of carbon is happening, that time it is, we can call the incomplete combustion or partial combustion. There is a formation of product, that is the carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide, and it is the neutral in nature. It is the neutral in nature. When the complete combustion of carbon is happening, means carbon reacts with oxygen. When the complete combustion is happening, that time the carbon dioxide, it is the acidic in nature. And when the carbon reacts with oxygen in the presence of partial combustion reaction is happening, that time neutral product is formed, that is the carbon monoxide. Similarly, we can also take the another non-metals, that like the sulfur. Okay, sulfur is also reacts with oxygen. Okay, when the sulfur is reacts with oxygen, that time combustion, and which type of combustion reaction is happening? This is the complete combustion is happening, and there is a formation of sulfur dioxide. That is the name of this product is a sulfur dioxide, and this is also acidic in nature. This is also acidic in nature. So this is the first chemical property of non-metals, like the reaction of non-metals with oxygen, or we can call the combustion of non-metals. Okay, When the complete combustion is happening, that time acidic oxides are formed, and when the incomplete combustion is happening, that time neutral oxides are formed. This is the first chemical property of non-metal. Second chemical property of non-metals, when the non-metals react with water. The reaction of non-metals with water. Second is reaction of non-metal with water. Okay. Reaction of non-metal with water. Okay. When basically non-metals, we know that the plastic, wood, these all are the non-metals. Basically they does not react with water, but there are some exceptions like the halogens. Okay, halogens reacts with non-metals, and halogen, it is also non-metal. Halogen reacts with water, and there is a formation of acid and hypoacids are there. So we take one example of halogen, that is the chlorine, Cl2. Chlorine, it is in gaseous in state. It when it react with water, H2O, there is a formation of HOCl, that is the hypochlorous acid. It is also aqueous because the reaction is happening in presence of water, and formation of HCl, that is the hydrochloric acid. It is in aqueous medium. The name of this product is a hypochlorous acid. Okay, hypochlorous acid, and the name of this product is the hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Okay, basically reaction of non-metals does not react with water except the halogens. Halogen reacts with water, there is a formation of hypochlorous acid and hydrochloric acid. Then third chemical property of non-metal, that is the reaction of dilute acids with non-metals. Reaction of dilute acid or reaction of non-metals with dilute acid. We can also call reaction of non-metals, reaction of dilute acid with non-metals, or we can also call the reaction of non-metals with dilute acid. Both are same. When generally non-metals do not react with dilute acid, halogens are the exception. Here also non-metals does not react with acid, but there is also exceptionals are halogen. Halogen reacts with dilute acid. That time halogen exchange reaction is happening. Basically acid HBr, hydroboric acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid. So already there is a acid or a halogen containing acids are there. So halogens reacts with acid containing or halogen containing acid. That time halogen exchange reaction is happening. Okay, so Cl2, it is the halogen, reacts with HBr. HBr is the hydroboric acid. Okay, it is in aqueous state. There is a formation of HCl, aqueous like the hydrochloric acid, and removal of bromine. Bromine, it is also the in aqueous state, and bromine, it is also the halogen. So there is a halogen exchange reaction is happening. So reaction of dilute acid with non-metals, when the halogens reacts with dilute acid, there is a formation of another halogen containing acid and removal of another halogen. So this is reaction is also known as the halogen exchange reaction. Okay, then last chemical property of non-metals with hydrogen. Okay, last chemical property of non-metals, that is the reaction of non-metals, reaction of non-metals with hydrogen, that is the H2. Basically non-metals does not react easily with hydrogen, but at certain temperature, pressure, and using different catalyst, it reacts with hydrogen. So one more example of this, one example of this, that is the nitrogen. Okay, reacts with hydrogen. So there is a formation of ammonia. Okay, balance this reaction, NH3 3, 2 NH3. Nitrogens are 2 there. Here also nitrogen atoms are 2. Here hydrogens are 6. Here also hydrogens are 6. So it required the ion catalyst. One catalyst. This is the ion catalyst. Okay, because hydrogen gas, it present in the air. Okay, it does not possible to catch this hydrogen gas and it reacts with water, because reacts with appropriate reagent, because it is not possible. So iron, it's a metal, is used for the absorbing the hydrogen gas. On the surface of the iron, the hydrogen gas is absorbed, and this absorbed gas of hydrogen is used for the for reacting to nitrogen, and there is a formation of ammonia. So this is the reaction of non-metals with hydrogen, that is the nitrogen reacts with hydrogen. In the presence of ion catalyst, there is a formation of ammonia. One more example, like the sulfur reacts with hydrogen, there is a formation of hydrogen sulfide gas, H2S. So here also some conditions are required, like the temperature, appropriate temperature, pressure, and some catalyst. So these all are the chemical properties of non-metals. So I again revise to you. The first chemical property of non-metals, that is the reaction of non-metals with oxygen. When the non-metals react with oxygen, there is a formation of acidic oxides or neutral oxides. So when the acidic oxides are formed, that time the complete combustion of that particular non-metal is happening, and if the neutral product is formed, that time partial combustion or incomplete combustion of non-metal is happening. Now, then second chemical property of non-metals, reaction of non-metals with water. Okay, basically non-metal does not react with water. There are some exceptions, and these exceptions are nothing but the halogens. Halogens reacts with water. There is a formation of hypochlorous acid plus hydrochloric acid. Okay. Then again, the third chemical property of non-metal, that is the reaction of non-metals with dilute acid. We can also call reaction of dilute acid with non-metals. So here also the halogen containing acids also react with the halogens. On other non-metals does not react with the dilute acid, but halogens are react with dilute acid. So this reaction, it is also called as the halogen exchange reaction. Then last is a reaction of non-metals with hydrogen. So it requires some catalyst at appropriate temperature and pressure. So when the nitrogen reacts with hydrogen in presence of iron catalyst, there is a formation of ammonia. Because the gas does not easily react with that particular substance, it requires some catalyst for adsorption. So iron is used for adsorb the hydrogen gas on the surface of the iron, and there is a formation of ammonia. When the nitrogen is reacts with hydrogen, there is a formation of ammonia. This is the last chemical property of non-metals. So today we stop here. In next period we learn the next property or next properties of ionic compound topic, and after that we start the one by one name reactions in the organic chemistry topic. So today we stop here. Thank you.